guys, welcome back to Sweet Talks with Sylvi. So as you can see in the title, this video will be basically about me addressing the effects of this virus on college students. First and foremost, I would like to say that before I get into all the encouragement and the motivation stuff, like trying to help other people, I want to be real with y'all and express that I too have had my moments of being upset and angry and sad and all of that, right? So rewind. Okay, specifically for my own school, like, we didn't get out of school when everybody else got out of school. Like, we weren't notified at the same time as everybody else. So, like, during that process, me and my friends were, like, trying to stay positive. I mean, cool, extended spring break, that's nice, but not finishing the semester was, like, more of a drastic, like, change in mood and emotion. So, like, everybody was fine. Okay, spring break, cool, we get an extra week. 2 weeks out of school. Who doesn't want 2 weeks out of school? So, what's this, yesterday? Yeah, yesterday we were notified that we weren't going back to campus for the rest of the semester. Now, there had been, like, speculation and talk that this was going to happen, but again, trying to remain positive and look at the brighter side of things. Like, no, you know what? They're gonna come up with a solution. Something's gonna give. Like, that's not gonna happen. Okay. Obviously, as we can see, it did happen. And I was upset. Like, really upset. I don't even know which emotion I feel more. For one, like, not finishing the semester in a classroom is hard enough. Like, that's been a concerning thing in my brain, as well as, like, participating in stuff and, like, being on campus to do certain things during this time of year. Like, this is such an important time of year for students in college, like, and in high school. So it's like all of that is gone. Like, all the activities, all the events, all of that is out the window. Like, it's no more. It's not happening. And I read something the other day, and people were saying, like, I didn't agree with this post, because the main part of it was, like, basically neglecting how everybody felt about the effects of the virus, and just basically saying we need to be grateful that they're trying to take care of us. Now, I would like to point out to everyone watching this that feels this way, none of us are neglecting the fact that they're trying to, like, ensure our safety and our health. We appreciate that. We really do. Like, thank you for caring about us as well as yourselves. But all that stuff that was supposed to happen when we went back to school is not happening, and there's nothing we can do to change it. Like, that's the point that I don't think people understand. We're not saying that this is, like, the worst thing ever in life, but it's a drastic change to all of a sudden pick up and have to deal with instantly. Especially because none of us signed up for online classes. No, we were going to class, sitting there and learning. So it's like, now all of a sudden you're telling me I gotta do something different. We know our professors, and we know that all the time all of them aren't capable of doing things online. Another thing, I've been seeing a lot of people say, well, it's easier to pass online classes because you can easily get answers, you can look up stuff. That's all fine and dandy for getting the answers correct, but if you aren't learning, then it means nothing. Like, especially since a lot of us are in our major classes, like, these are things that are going to help us later on. This isn't the best time to just be cheating your way through life. Like, that's not what we're trying to do. Another thing is the fact that people are in households that are not adequate for them to be doing work and living there. Like, it don't work that easily. Like, they have to do stuff at home. They have things going on at home. So for them to just expect us to be able to, like, adjust our home lives to also being in school while we're at home, like, it's not that simple. It's much more to it. Some people need to be on campus. Like, they need to be away from home, not even just to learn, but just to feel at peace within themselves. Like, you don't know what goes on in their households. You don't know what they have to do. All that stuff. So that was another big thing. And yeah, that's what it was. So, as we all know, during spring break, people go on trips. Like, everybody doesn't go home for spring break, right? So, students, they have went home. I mean, they have not went home, but instead they went out of town to, like, celebrate spring break, right? You're telling them they can't come back to school when their initial plans were not to go back home. So that ain't have to, like, adjust. It's just a lot of adjusting. And it'd be different if we just had to adjust one thing. But it's like, adjust your whole life to fit this. So yeah, a lot of students are upset. A lot of students are complaining. A lot of students do have concerns. But I don't want people to look at us as a bunch of complainers, because that's not what it is. These are real issues, like real problems that we want to have addressed. Like, it's that simple. We do understand that everybody else also has to adjust their lives, but right now we think about ourselves. And I'm not saying it to be selfish, it's just the truth. Like, we aren't the only people in the world that have to do this, but at the end of the day, there are so many, like, components to the adjustment that we have to make that literally impacts our future careers. Like, this is major, you know. And yeah, like, I was really upset yesterday morning. So I had to get my life together, because, okay, let me also point out, y'all have never been, like, in fear of what this virus is going to, like, honestly, I just been out here, like, living, chilling, because of the simple fact that I just have learned not to live a life of fear. And, like, if it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. You're, like, you know, like, it is what it is. Not neglecting anything that has happened to anyone in anyone's family, but I don't know. I'm just a sole believer in, if it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. You're not going to be able to stop it. Like, if that is the will that has to be done in your life, then it will be done. Like, you will not be able to prevent it no matter what you do. Right? Okay, that does not go to say that you should not be taking the precautions to keep yourself healthy, though. Like, no. Stay clean. Wash your hands. All that good stuff. But yeah, to the next, like, the main part of this video. So after I was upset, and after I was crying and angry and just all around sad for a good 30 minutes, I realized that, remember how I just said, if it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. Yeah, like, I had to keep telling myself, like, Sylvi, you don't control anything, and everything happens for a reason. Like, at first, I was constantly looking at everything, like, in a negative perspective because of my emotions. Like, I allowed my emotions to overpower, like, my mind. Yeah, that's right. So I wasn't, like, thinking logically. And I was in the car driving, actually, when this realization came. Going to get stuff from campus, actually. And I was listening to some gospel music because, again, like, I was in a bad state of mind. I just needed to, like, get myself back together. And it dawned on me. Like, I have lived a life where I have dealt with so many things, and I have overcome so much. And it's like, am I really gonna, like, allow this situation, these few weeks, to, like, control me that much, you know? So I had to get myself back together, and I had to constantly repeat to myself, everything happens for a reason. Like, there's a bigger thing to this. Like, something bigger is coming. And in the midst of this, like, it's also a test of faith. Like, I have to trust and believe that no matter what is going on in the world, what is going on around me, that God has done everything for a reason. Like, all of this has already been planned out. All of this was already, like, thought out. And it's just up to me at this point. Am I going to continue to be upset about something that I can't change, or am I going to look at it in a different light and just remember that when all of this is over, everything that's happened will literally lead us to something greater. And I'm not even trying to be on, like, I know a lot of people don't like hearing stuff like that, because yesterday, y'all, when people was texting me and they was like, Sylvi, it's okay, I'm like, I don't want to hear it. But, like, that's the truth. Like, if we don't believe that this situation is going to work itself out, if we don't believe that we will all overcome this, like, we aren't going to get anywhere. And the biggest thing right now for me is to, like, remain in constant prayer, because some moments I have and I'm like, dang, like, I backtrack and I'm like, this is supposed to be happening at this time, or, like, somebody said something and I'm like, you couldn't have just kept that to yourself. Like, I just have to consistently remember that I have to remain positive. I have to continue to believe that God has a bigger plan for me, for us. Like, this isn't the end. And we have been through harder tests in our lives. So I know we can all get through this one. And it'll benefit us in the end. Like, we'll be able to see what the reasoning behind this was. Even if we don't understand it. Like, we don't have to truly understand everything that happens. But if you can just see that, hey, that wasn't the worst thing ever in life, and you overcame it, like, in the future you'll be able to continue to do the same thing just like you've done in the past. So my biggest thing right now to all of my fellow students is to stay encouraged. If you need help, feel free to ask for it. Like, we're all in this together at this point. Okay, yeah, like, we're all working together, and we all want to see each other do great. So stay encouraged, stay prayed up, stay healthy, stay safe, all that good stuff. And thanks for watching.